Hello, Leo. This is your new moon in Aries reading. We're Katie and Megan. I'm Katie. She's Megan.
Or my Katie and she's Megan.
We don't know. You have to guess. No, I'm teasing. We said it right the first time.
We started something new recently. It's called the Universal Agenda. It is where we talk about the transits going on with the planets, dealing with the new moon in Aries. So it will let you know kind of how it's going to incorporate into your life in a bit of a general perspective, along with the card blessing and any announcements we have. So if you haven't watched that, stop here. Link is down below, and then Katie's gonna get us started for Leo.
I'm snacking on pumpkin seeds, guys. They're delightful.
Fucking punk. I don't know.
So is he. It's my pumpkin pie. I have a cat called Pumpkin, and I like pumpkin seeds. My hair was orange for a while. Anyway, so Leo's having anxiety. Leo's panicking. A Leo picked one of my most panicky cards. Wait, no, I was wrong. That was a Taurus. Never mind. I thought for a second, for some reason, sometimes I associate Shane with being a Leo.
Really?
Like maybe a Leo rising. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. This is the Nine of Swords. This is not being able to sleep at night, really. Having too many thoughts of doom and gloom going on, like counterintuitive to relaxation. Things that go bump in the night. Scary stuff that you would normally think of.
That was random to say bump in the night. Like,
somebody's gonna need to hear that, though.
Like, let us know what goes bump in the night for you. I want to know.
Hopefully, I mean, in the scary way, not in the sexual way.
Well, yeah, no, I want to know that.
Let's get in context here.
I'm an 8th houser, so it could either go either way, honestly. It can either go in the weird occulty way or it can go in the sexual way, so you never know.
Needless to say, we're both still single. People can't hang.
Affirmation for you, Leos. If I truly believe it, I can create it.
What are you choosing to believe in? Are you choosing to believe in the negative shit that's running through your mind? Is that what you're assigning as the truth? When we're talking about the Nine of Swords, this is a sense of feeling deserted, and you're very like this is happening to you and only you.
I feel like you feel like people are against you. Like you're kind of creating.
What do you believe?
Like, yeah, your own little family's probably.
So yeah, you perhaps you feel like your family's stabbing you in the back right now the most,
or causing you turmoil. Or
this is the Ten of Pentacles, which is definitely indicative of a family, but it feels like you don't trust them. There's a subterfuge vibe. The seeds that were planted, like this is like a feeling of having had it, like you're on your last nerve with a bunch of people that should be helpful to each other and building things. This is more like people aren't sticking together in ways, and it's causing you worry.
I'm really feeling like, Leo, there's people that you expected to have your back. There's people
quite literally, like this, the Nine of Swords has their back turned on their family.
But in a way, you kind of created it. You believed people weren't going to be having your back in times of need, and therefore, when you're in times of need, they don't have your back. Because you believed it, therefore you created it.
The LOA, like the law of attraction, can kind of get sticky in these situations.
It can. It really can. And if you are going through something like this, it's the perfect example of be careful what you wish for in a way, because you can create situations that are exactly the opposite of what you intended just by your thought patterns.
Yeah, it's not that you inflicted it on yourself, it's that your attention was so dominant upon the catastrophe that's what happened. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be that that's what you wanted to have happen.
No.
It's just the level of attention that was being given. So, there's one more card for y'all.
A quote to meditate on, and it says, For as long as space abides, and for as long as sentient beings abide, may I too abide to dispel the suffering of sentient beings. That just like made my brain hurt. Just like
For as long as space abides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for as long as sentient beings abide, I may too abide to dispel the sufferings of sentient beings. That means as long as I exist and other sentient beings exist and as long as space exists, I exist to diffuse suffering for any beings that know themselves to be being. That means this energy, ultimately, I mean, you exist, your mode of operation is to be healed, or rather to heal others around you, and it might feel like you're coming from, most healers don't come from a copacetic situation. They usually come from difficult family situations where they don't feel like they were supported or given trust or safe sheltering. So you might be in a situation where you're being called to separate yourself from a toxic family situation where they don't support you, where you're needing to get uncomfortable so that you do leave and begin anew. Man, there's a lot going on in this situation. But you have a greater calling, and you are also a sentient being. So if you're here to alleviate the suffering of sentient beings, you are also here to relieve your own suffering.
Yep.
So you have to put yourself in the top priority position in order to have this pattern get disrupted. So Aries is going to be causing an uncovering of this pain that you've been covering up and causing you to deal with it face on, fire to fire. You're one of the people that's going to have cauterized wounds, like I talked about in the universal agenda. So your big task is to show up with your heart open, Leo. I'm sorry. This is rough energy. But I believe in you.
But for everybody, we're all going through it. Like I keep saying, we're all seeming to go through a lot of the same thing. There's just a little bit of a tweak to it for each one of us, just as a collective of what's going on in this environment, in this world right now. But at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay. And remember, smile.
Have finesse. Have some style.
Alrighty.
Put on some Ritz. Or put on the Ritz. Put on some Ritz. Wear crackers.
Yeah, make me a cracker necklace.
I'm gonna go now.
All right, yes, Leo. This is the end of your reading, and we will see you in the next one.
Put on some Ritz.
Bye.
Oh my